Is it ready? On? I could tell you about the Motel 6 orgy I had. It was this fetish thing in Minneapolis, and the guy gave me the wrong apartment. I mean, he gave me his apartment instead of the address to the Motel 6, and there were all these people there. I ended up having to throw him into a wall, but... Or maybe I could tell you about the poem I wrote using only the intro lines that people would use to cruise me on Scruff, like, hey girl, hi, hey gorgeous, you like Asian? Hi. But, or I could tell you about the long distance, week-long DS protocol I did with my former professor. Something about twinning. It's a concept I'm really into. Or I could tell you how I had to pretend to be a man, to perform masculinity, pretend I had a girlfriend like for 6 years. She's really supportive. You know, my family's really supportive. But in order to get top surgery, you know? Or how I wore a pair of fake snakeskin leggings I got at this truck stop for 30 days right before top surgery as like this. But something about my interest in the banal, in repetition. I could tell you how one of my lovers really gets off on buffering, you know, like when you're watching porn and that circle starts spinning and the image freezes. And so every time that happens, I do like a screen grab of it and send it to her over text, and or how with one of my lovers, we recorded the sounds of clipping each other's nails and us moaning, being like, clip, yeah. And then we would send them back or how one lover wrote a play and they list my fetishes in alphabetical order, blah, 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 blah. And theirs were like only two, like, oh, dissonance and weird intimacies. But, or about another lover's project that sort of redefined the idea of the one night stand. So I lay in this bed in this gallery and I would read these. But, you know, sort of in homage to Candy Darling on her deathbed. But something about queer time, folding, social media, IRL, jeans, selfies, Jean-Luc Nancy, whatever. Or about how I meant to send one lover a video of me dancing in a wig, singing Billy Idol's Eyes Without a Face the other night in my kitchen, but I accidentally turned it off. And so it's like it never existed because it wasn't documented. So I didn't get to send, but something about ghosting, texting, I'm busy, you're busy, we're also very busy. I'm feeling really busy right now. I started taking screenshots of myself every time I FaceTime someone and they don't pick up. I haven't really sent them to anyone, just on my phone, but... Or I could tell you how another lover asked me to start writing dialogues. So I've been writing down all those things we say at 6 a.m. after we've been brunching for 2 days and we're on Connie, and we, you know, I'll start like looping, talking about our traumas over and over again. I've heard it all before. You said it yesterday and also the day before. We say it every week. I write it down. But I started emailing them to her. So many of these are about broken connections, attempts at reaching, aren't they? Or how none of us ever feel queer enough. How I never feel queer enough most of the time. But, in lieu of a CV, I'm sending you this. A CV of my queerness. What am I trying to prove to you? Or then is it a selfie? It's pretty one-sided, isn't it? Sending this curated version of myself, proving myself to you. Hoping you'll find me interesting enough, or charming enough, or femme enough, or butch enough, or insert blank identity here enough for you to want to follow me. I mean, invite me back to your house, you host. I mean, invite me to perform in your project, to participate, or how. But then, we don't really know each other yet, do we? But then, how would we ever get to know each other? I mean, really? These sketches, unfinished details. But then, I have to keep some of my stories from you. Or where would the mystery be?